I just went down the rabbit hole of red pill content, and it's so crazy because the men who watch red pill content, they all have this same outlook where even if abuse is happening in the relationship, usually they're the abusers, right? That you have to stick around and you're taking the easy way out by getting a divorce. The easy way out. That is the easy way out. And people today, they can't stick it out and be strong and create a marriage that's strong. They can't get through the tough times. The thing they don't understand is this isn't tough times they're putting us through, a lot of these men. It's straight up abuse, okay? There is a difference between going through hard times in a marriage and going through abuse. There's a difference, but these guys who watch the red pill content, they don't understand that. They look at abuse as just going through hard times. No, you're being abusive. There is a huge difference. They don't get it. They don't get it. Just stick it out.
This is bullshit.
Women are the reason why red pill content exists. They're the reason why it exists. Yeah. I know you don't want to hear it. I know some of you guys are going to get upset. You might even call me a pick-me.
Why?
But it's the truth. Women are the reason why red pill content exists. More specifically, the rise of the unpunishable woman has spearheaded red pill content.
I like this one.
What is going on YouTube? It is your boy Ron back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. Got a video for you guys of a woman who says red pill exists because of women. This is very interesting. This video is quite long. It's about 10 minutes long. I'm going to be breaking it up with commentary. Because something tells me she probably has a lot to say, and I don't even know which way this is gonna go. So, starting off well, but I don't know how the rest of this is gonna go. So, let's see what happens. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
Women are the reason why red pill content exists. They're the reason why it exists. Yeah. I know you don't want to hear it. I know some of you guys are going to get upset. You might even call me a pick-me. But it's the truth. Women are the reason why red pill content exists. More specifically, the rise of the unpunishable woman has spearheaded red pill content. Now, before I get into my explanation, I have to explain what red pill content is, right? Because there's some people who actually don't know what it is. Now, if you watched the 1999 film The Matrix, if you didn't, there's some spoilers. There's a concept, there's a scene where there's two pills that's being introduced. There's two pills that you can take. The red pill symbolizes reality. Once you take it, you wake up and you finally see things for what it is. The blue pill symbolizes staying in ignorant bliss, right? So, yeah. The metaphor turned into a philosophical type of ideology, right? That once it became mainstream and it started getting to the internet, it literally started going out of control and causing all of this controversy. The problem with red pill content is that it has been used to basically spread the ideas of misogyny, toxic masculinity, racial and political extremism, and online radicalizations.
Well, let me start off by apologizing. I didn't realize that I had entered enemy territory. I thought this was a friendly. Turns out I was wrong. Okay. Well, let's start off with this first of all. She already started using the buzzwords to describe what RP content is. I'm really getting so sick of this shit, bro. You know what? I should have known better because she's kind of giving off this Prince Seller the Queen Maker um, type of aesthetic and attitude. So I wouldn't be surprised if she follows her. Um, Misogyny, no. Toxic masculinity, no. Masculinity is just masculinity. We gotta quit with this shit. Like I'm a It's like I would like these women to define exactly what is toxic masculinity to them. Let me guess. I'm gonna take a guess at this. And you only want the masculine parts of a man that benefits you. Let me guess. Anything outside of that would be considered toxic masculinity, right? I would imagine, okay? Typical women shit. We want all the things and benefits of patriarchy, masculinity, but all of the shit that we don't like, nah, get rid of that. See, it's like women like her and women that speak like this is the reason, and y'all be over here wondering why men act like girls so much. Now, not in the way that they typically say it, because usually when they call men girls, it's because y'all just want to get in y'all feelings because men want reciprocation. And y'all get upset because men actually have expectations like y'all do. Because apparently y'all are the only ones that are have allowed to have expectations and standards. We just supposed to come in and role play, which is some of the most ridiculous way of thinking that I ever fucking heard. But that's how today's women think. Otherwise, they wouldn't be sitting over here, coming on here, arguing, hopping on these panels, talking to other men in this space, or making videos talking like this. This shit is so fucking dumb, bro. I'm like, y'all really need to quit using people like Andrew Tate and Fresh and Fit to try to represent the whole fucking space. Andrew Tate don't even be on the internet like that because he he can't stay away from not getting banned. And you can basically say the same for Fresh and Fit. I'm like, hell, they pretty much do everything on Rumble now. You feel me? I'm like, MTR doesn't give off that vibe. Poor Man's Podcast doesn't give off that vibe. Anton Daniels doesn't give off that vibe. Anton Daniels is fucking married. You feel me? So does that mean he's toxic too? Does that mean he's a misogynist too? These are men that talk with women all the time on the internet, but they're misogynists? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
All you gotta do is think about people like Andrew Tate. Yeah. So in 1999, the movie The Matrix comes out, introducing the world to this metaphor of a red pill versus a blue pill. And by the early 2000s, it starts being used in all of these philosophical talks and basically ideologies by these men. You know what also happened in 1999? The rapid rise of women's participation in the workforce. Now, what I'm about to read off to you is coming from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, okay? You can go and look it up yourself. But by 1999, the women's labor force participation increased dramatically, all the way to 60%. It peaked at 60%. So that means 60% of the workforce was women. Not men, women. Shortly after, the term red pill was picked up by artist communities and men rights activists, basically stating that they needed to wake up. The men needed to wake up because women started rising in power. By 2006-2007, the term really started to gain popularity when political thinkers like Curtis Yarvin, aka Mencius Moldbug, that sounds like a really gross name, began using it to push, his critiques on democracy and to promote neo-reactionary ideas. You know what else was happening in 2006-2007? The fertility rate was dropping. Yeah, women stopped having babies. They stopped having as many babies. See, here in 2007, the U.S. fertility rate dropped below the replacement level of 2.1 children per woman for the first time in decades. This marked the beginning of a long-term downward trend. So first, women found out that being financially independent was one step towards freedom. Then they started figuring out having all these kids is actually more of a burden. So I'm going to stop having as many kids. And when that started happening with women, the red pill content started to rise. As women became more unpunishable, red pill content started to soar. And I'm going to explain what I mean by unpunishable in a minute. By the mid to late 2010s, you start getting red pill content in all types of forms, right? YouTube videos. They're literally just everywhere, basically popularizing the idea of masculinity, anti-feminism, and all of these things as far as how you have to date as a man in this world where apparently it's being run by feminism. By the mid and late 2010s, women were becoming even more financially independent, okay? They were not only becoming financially independent, they were also still not having as many kids. The birth rate was literally continuously starting to decline. By 2016, 2019, the decline accelerated with an annual drop around 2%. Remember, by 2007, it was 2.1 children for every household or for every woman or the average woman. Now it was dropping around 2% each time annually. By the 2020s, you have influencers like Andrew Tate. You have all of these influencers, these streamers making this red pill content. Why? Because it is getting even harder to punish a woman. Like, these women are becoming just so fucking unpunishable. And I'm going to explain what I mean. Let me give you the play-by-play of the male manipulation script, okay? They're going to use babies. They're going to use marriage or commitment. They're going to use life goals like building a home, businesses. They're going to use security and stability to leverage getting whatever it is they want from you out of you, okay? But if you take away all of these little points of leverage, you become a woman that they cannot punish. You become a woman that they cannot control.
I get it. I really get it, bro. I really get it, bro. Women like her, they have to find a way to try to spin a narrative to make themselves feel good. This argument is so flawed on so many levels, and she's leaving out a lot of important things that you have to hold women accountable in this situation. Because when she kept using the word unpunishable, I'm over here thinking she's talking about accountability. You basically are trying to sit over here and say that because y'all are making y'all own money now, oh, men can't control us. I'm like, okay, first of all, ain't nobody trying to control y'all. Second of all, y'all making more money and having less babies. Do what you want to do, but you also need to include the fact that women became bigger whores since then. Also, you also need to include that during that time, more and more women are becoming depressed, and on some kind of meds, way more than they were before 1999 in the 2000s. Yeah, I know. Somebody about to start singing Juvenile right now. But seriously though, let's not sit over here and act like that's not a thing, okay? Well, y'all played y'all part, and there's way more to it than what she's saying in this video. All right? And the whole financially, look, if that's the case, then the 50-50 conversation shouldn't even be bothering anybody nowadays. And second of all, if y'all are so financially independent, why the fuck is there so many women on this internet driving? Yeah, they ain't ready for that conversation. I'm like, because they want to have the best of both worlds. Maybe you should throw that under toxic femininity.
Which is also when red pill content started becoming more popular. The harder it was to control a woman, the more they started pushing out this ideology, this type of content, because they were literally losing us. At this point, everybody saw the viral video with that ginger, that UK black ginger, Ginny J, and him basically saying that one of the reasons why he couldn't be with black women is because she could not be put in her place, aka she could not be punished. He could not use leveraging of babies. He could not use the leveraging of marriage and commitment over her to get her to to listen, to be docile the way he would want her to be. He could not use life goals like getting a home or businesses against her. He could not use security or stability as means to get her in the position that he wants her to be. Why? Because all of those women started acquiring that for themselves, now making them unpunishable. If y'all watch that movie, Two Could Play That Game with Vivica A. Fox, if y'all remember Bobby Brown's character, right? He was broke. He had no money, no nothing. His girl fixed him up. Yet he still had the audacity to move around and act like he can do what he wants. And he was leveraging the fact that she wanted commitment. Even though she had the finances, she had the money, she was the breadwinner. He knew she wanted marriage. He knew she wanted commitment. And so he was leveraging that over her. Okay, he was leveraging that over her for her to do what he wanted. It wasn't until she finally removed herself and he saw her as unpunishable, he got his act together. Now, going back to my point about how it's the woman's fault, it's the woman's fault, the unpunishable woman's fault, why red pill content is soaring and it even exists, right? It's because we no longer are allowing them to be able to use these things to hold over us. Women have now decided, you know what? I'm okay with being alone. If you're okay with being alone, how can I leverage marriage or marrying me or commitment over you? If I'm telling you stuff like, don't you want to be married like the rest of your friends? And you're telling me, no, I don't care. I'm perfectly fine being by myself. How am I going to be able to control you? If I see that you make more money than me, how am I going to be able to control you? Now I have to figure out a way to knock you down a peg or two because I need to be able to leverage this. But if you're saying, I got my own money, I got my own bag, I have my own, I pay my own bills, how can I use that over you? If I'm telling you, yo, don't you want security? Don't you want the security of a man who's going to protect? I can protect myself. I have security. I have stability. I've created that. I've provided that for myself. How are they going to be able to use that over you? How are they going to leverage it over you? Right? If you don't even want to have kids, how is he going to trap you? How is he going to fucking trap you? He can't. You have now become the unpunishable woman. And so now the only thing that they can do is push forward this ideology that feminism is so bad and so evil and try to wake up the world. Also get these little pick-me girls on their side to try to further spread this BS. And each time red pill content started getting stronger, started being pushed more, all you have to look at is what was happening with women during that time. That's all you have to look at. Every day, every year, starting from 1999 when the Matrix movie came out, that was when women were at the peak in the workforce at 60%, surpassing the men. Okay, therefore being more financially independent. Right? And then they started trying to gaslight us with this whole 50-50. Now that they could no longer use being the breadwinner to get what they wanted from us or to have us act in the way that they wanted us to act. Right? Then after that, it was trying to trap you with a baby. Even after they trap you with a baby, trying to promise you marriage and a white picket fence because they saw that you wanted commitment. But once we all started collectively being like, I don't want it, I don't care, especially if it's not how I want it. Ain't nobody getting no piece of nobody. I don't want no piece of nobody. If I can't have the entire thing, I'm okay. And I'm content being by myself. That's what fucked it up. That's what created red pill content. I'm telling you. So yeah, women are the reason. The rise of the unpunishable woman spearheaded the red pill content. And all I want to say to us women, to you unpunishable women, keep up the good fucking work. Keep up the good fucking work because we're literally filtering them out. We're filtering them out. Like the more they get on these podcasts, the more they're revealing themselves to us. And that's all we fucking need.
This is a bunch of bullshit. This woman just sat up here and said, I can't date black women. This man said I can't date black women because they can't be put in their place. Meaning he can't punish her. No, meaning he can't hold her accountable. See, I see what she did. I see what she did here. See, this is one of the reasons why words is so important to understand the definition of the words. Punishable. Punishable. Because I was wondering, why does she keep using that word in particular? It's because the real word that she should be using is accountability. And the reason why you don't want to use that word is because it holds more legitimacy to where men are coming from. Because I can guarantee you that's exactly what the fuck he meant when he said that you can't put a black woman in her place. We got other black women and other women from other races saying the same thing about you motherfuckers. So men can't really be wrong if we got other women saying the same thing about black women in particular. But modern women overall are all starting to fall under that same umbrella of not being able to be told any damn thing. Y'all know everything, but then when shit hits the fan, who the fuck are y'all coming to fucking save the day? Let's not sit over here and act like y'all just solving y'all own damn problems all the motherfucking time. What's one of the things that women say they want in a man? A problem solver. Doesn't that fall under provision? Oh, I can protect myself. Okay, then we shouldn't see videos of women over here shitting on men for not protecting random strangers then. That's why her argument is so flawed, because everything that she's saying, oh nah, we don't need this from y'all no more. We don't need this from y'all no more. Then why the fuck are y'all on the internet complaining about men not doing the shit then? Since all y'all can do it for your fucking self now. Yeah, I bet you the bitch won't answer that question. Excuse my French. Y'all let me know what you thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's what the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also look out for the travel vlog channel as well as the live show channel. Both links are in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.